Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Recording in progress.
There's about 5 minutes worth of stuff trying to get all this stuff ready for you guys. It's kind of funny. All right, are we live over here? Yes, we are. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I think we have this. Please remember.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
Not a finance. That is correct. All right, let's get my red light therapy on. Where does this go? There we go. Oh, I don't have chat on. Good morning, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live. You're looking at a little something there. It's real cute. Real cute. This is the first modification of a, without using the sniper, finding the safety trades, including the buy stops, a regular buy stop, and then the safety trades. So this is just one of the very first steps. I don't know if you guys can see the box. This is thanks to Keith. Tommy's currently repurposing this part of the code for the BreeBot. You see these boxes being drawn. You see this being done. See, it's catching the area it's in. It's real interesting. Well, some modifications obviously are going to be needed. That's what Tommy's working on. Da-da-da-da. Good morning to everybody. What's up, peeps? All right. Hope everyone's off to a glorious morning. All right. Good morning, Annie and Rob. Brexit. Miss Annie. Good morning, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live, all that good stuff. Oops, wrong thing. Let's go over here. All right, there we go. Who is that? Good morning, Persistent. Good morning, Goroff. What's up, Goroff? Welcome to the VIP, buddy. Yes, you see me glowing red right now. Good morning, Tony Gold. Hey, why is my thing not doing its thing? Hold on. I swear I've used these things so much the batteries are getting bad. Mm-hmm. Sodium bicarbonate is what I take in the morning. And of course my methylene blue. And if I happen to be or may not be persistent, please tell me when you get your little award. This thing right here. It is so cute. Actually says safe to trade on it right there. This is thanks to Jake. When he comes on, I'll give him the credit. But these are the awards. He's got one. Persistent has one coming out to him as you speak. So once you get that, please let me know. Trying to use my black to show you what it looks like. Yeah, those of you who've been with me a while, do real good things, or whatever version of that, we send those out to you. Hot summer nights. Grand rising, Tony. So that is for you, Mr. Persistent, for all your help and love you give everybody around here. Da, 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 da. If there's any news this morning, you can let me know, but I guess I could play it. We're here early, so if there is any news today, let me know. Yeah, I will. Great, Persistent. What's up, everybody on TikTok? Welcome. Good morning. Who is this? Mr. C kicked ass yesterday. Scrapster. Leslie Real Estate. Welcome to the channel. And Micro Germ Shield. And if you want to look, Mr. C happens to be on TikTok this morning. And I do believe if we go out over to here and we go over to winning trades, we're inside the Discord right here. This up here is the $1 million plaque for those of you on TikTok. I got to move that over. Let me put that down. Move million. We have $1 million in sales in this one store on Stan. We have a second store about to hit it, probably in about 2 months. I would say June. Move. Okay. Hot summer nice. This is, let's see. Nope. This is winning trades. There you go. There you go. Buy stop fits in right here. And let's see how much. Mr. C, $8.5 thousand yesterday. Nearly $18,000 today. That would have been yesterday. So that sweet 3 minute, 3 minute buy stop to the 10-minute blue line. God bless. And here is his results. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's really hard to see. How about that one? There we go. Thank you for posting that, Mr. C, and sharing that. That is obviously an extremely nice day. Mr. C happens to be in the VIP, I believe. And I do believe the VIP group has helped him. If he'd like to just write something out, that would be awesome. Good morning, Annie. VIP is open. Good morning, Jake, and thank you for what you're doing. Matter of fact, Jake is Jake. The guy I was just talking about right here is the man who made this, is Jake. He does excellent work. Blue Tide Acrylics is his website. I really got it. We have a link in there. I'll have to go over that. But yeah, there you go. So please thank Jake. And Persistence is the latest recipient of that award. We mail those out to exceptionally good safety trade members. I think I made a mistake a couple times giving it to people who didn't deserve it, but nonetheless, Persistent definitely deserves it. Good morning, Tasha Cruz. What's up, Miss Tasha? Good morning, Joe Biga. Grant. Look at you all here. All right.
Demo trade only. I am not a
I wonder if
financial
Matt
advisor.
and J. Parker. Things that make you say, Hot summer night. The thing's plugged in makes it kind of hard to drink from. How many people we got here? About 14. All right. $8,000 2 days ago, $18,000 yesterday. You want to learn how to trade, might want to buy the system, join the VIP group, stuff like that. Oh, look at that. It did go to the 15-minute blue line. Who is the happiest? Now, here we go. This is fun. I promise not to, well, I don't promise that, but I'll try to keep it as PG as I can. So I got a little carried away the last few days. All right, let's take a look, shall we? Now, let me get this clear. Let me be clear. Okay? Let's just be 100% as clear as we can. Let me grab that color, sorry. Okay. Anyone, please explain the following. Okay? How? Can you read that on TikTok? I think you can. How does the media blame the stock market? Well, how does the media? Good morning, Goroff. Good morning, Marley Mar. How does the media blame the stock market going down on the war, right? So I have sevens and yeses if everyone here has heard. Stock market, since the war started, we lost $5 trillion. Really read that. $5 trillion in the stock market, okay? I read that. I know they are constantly saying they're blaming the war. Right. Uh-oh. Damn, that was neat. Forgot you can copy and paste. Hold on. I should really pull out one of the Gmails and use that, but whatever. All right, so we all know that the stock market is going down because of the war. So how do they explain it going up yesterday and today? Da 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 da. Okay. Okay. So here you go. Can anyone here please explain how they blame the stock market for everything, right? It's going down, the stock market. The war for this, that, the Iran war, down, 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 down. Oh, you can't see it on TikTok? Good. Morning, Kirk. Welcome to the VIP room. Annie and Rob, Jake, Kirk, Brown, Sog, and Zilla. Okay. What news is it this morning? If it's CPI or I think I still have to take that, don't I? FOMC, CPI, or NFP, I'll call it if it's not one of the, well, FOMC is until the afternoon. What new, is there CPI this morning or NFP? If there's not that, I'm not calling it. Good morning, Larry. God bless you. Larry's in the VIP. So my point is this. Learn how to trade for once in your lives so you do not have to worry about any of the lies in the news. You can see with my little focusing little, let me move this back a little now. This we could see with my little rectangle here, white rectangle. You can clearly see my system is forming buy stops, is telling you what to do, BS's. Then you come over to here, you can see we went to the 15-minute blue line. Well, now we have to put in, and I'll reprogram this. You can set these to any time frames you like. We were going to happen to go to the 20, and then we're going to go to the 25, and then we're going to go to the 30. We need, yeah, I think we could just do that one. Let me see if I'm right. And then we're going to see these numbers up here flip around and change from 6120 to 240. And you'll see this refresh. There you go, to the 20-minute. Buy stop. NQ. This is how easy this is to read. I can tell you without, I haven't looked at any chart this morning. I have no idea. So right here, NAS, NQ, play any buy stop, and there happens to be a 1 minute buy stop to the 20-minute blue line of NAS, NQ, and SPX. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to, that's my new stuff. Hold on. I wanted to show you that. This is the new stuff for the Brevout. I'll come back to that. All right, let's take a look. And let's go to that 30-second and see what's happening on all the indices, but we'll see. Here's your NAS. Nope, I want a higher one. That 1 minute, that's why I called it. Yep, 1 minute buy stop. Everything's going to go up. NAS, NQ1, SPY, US 30, they're all going up. ES1 is going up. And it was told, a little birdie called the Keith bot, told me that it's going up to the blue. Oh, perfection. Oh, we don't have the blue line here. Buy stop, NQ1, $24,227. Demo trade only, not a financial advisor. Nope, that's not acceptable. Buy stop, SPX, $6,583.13. This is gorgeous. 1 minute buy to the 20-minute blue line of NQ, SPX, and NAS. Perfect, easy call. Easy peasy. This is super easy. See, I got, nope, see, it didn't get that correct. It's spotting, see this opening right here is looking, spots the thing. I don't want to get into it with you right now, but yeah, so it's doing its little job. All right, easy, by the way. Yeah, super easy. I don't really want to change that out. If I should change any out, it should be YM1. I don't think anyone plays the minis on those. Let me see something really quick. A whole new world. SPY. 1 minute buy to the 20-minute blue line. These are your take profits. 657.34. SPY. Take profit. 660.07. And that is your early morning callouts, the free ones. I'll be going over a lot more with the VIP people later, not right this second. Good morning, Kirk Brown. Good morning, Jane. Good morning. These are our VIP people, bright and early. The little early bird catches the worm. Good morning, Zilla. Good morning, Sog and Jane and Larry and Kirk Brown and Jake and Annie and Rob. VIPs, you and me. VIPs. We have nice little people. All right. Who we got over here? Good morning, Brian. Thank you for all your help you're doing for us. Oh, we don't care about Trump at all. Zero. Good morning, Gio. Baru. PMI, I don't really care. It can move the market a little. I don't really care what it's going to. I can already tell you it's going to hook it down, then come back up. That's what it's going to do. I'm going to have to play it. Good morning. Was at 8 a.m. this morning, actually. News tomorrow is 6:30 a.m. Hey, I don't care about that either. Again, Tasha, the only ones that can get us some easy money early in the morning is CPI, and NFP for the morning. Those are the only two. Now in the afternoon, FOMC can move it also, but that it doesn't matter. News is worthless. I just play it to get you guys some easy money. Good morning, Jason McCain. What's up, Jason? I know he's been with me a minute. Morning Persistent, the award winner. Anyone playing the minis are blowing their accounts. Unless they have a safety trade system. Good morning, Miggs, the boss. Good morning, Barani. What's up, Barani? Good morning, Miss Sally. Good morning. All right. Anybody in VIP land have any questions for me this morning? Any at all? If you have any questions this morning, please ask. VIPers are quiet. Great morning to everyone there. No, we're not co-host. I don't know who that clown is. Get out of here. All right. We're going to say a little, Christabel Armis. Good morning, Christabel Armis. We're going to say a little prayer this morning. In Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. God, please help me not cuss during this broadcast. There's a lot of kids watching. Father, come to you in Jesus' name. I'd like to thank you for another day above ground, another day of health, happiness, spiritual close with you. I'd like to thank you for another day of my precious wife being in my life and us getting along so well. I'd like to thank you for our health and our happiness. I ask your blessings upon each and every one of the people listening here this morning, that their hearts are open, souls are open to your truth and to the truth of the safety trade system. Please open their minds and their hearts and their souls so that they can be taught and they can understand and they can become consistently profitable traders, not just for their own good, but for them to do your will while they're here on earth, including me and my wife. I ask health blessings upon everyone hearing my voice, nothing but goodness to happen to the people that are listening, and that we spread your joy and your love throughout the world. In Jesus Christ's name we pray these things. Amen. All right. First, top of my list, I have a little list here of things because, well, I kept forgetting what to do every dang time. Matter of fact, we had that VIP group and we had like almost, 54, 56 people, whatever it was. Might even hit 58. Let's just say 60. 50, 60 people in the group. And I forgot to mention that you can join the VIP group once you attend that meeting. I completely forgot. Boy, I'm not a marketing man. I'm not very good at this marketing stuff. Pretty good trader, not so good at marketing. Amen. Oh, thanks, guys. Good morning to Raya Edwards. Remember, I am not, oh, thank God. I am not here to push anything religious on you. I am here to smash you over the head that this system came from God. And if some of you look right here, you're going to notice these little boxes right here, these different blue and green lines. This is our hunting mission. We're hunting, we will go. Tommy and I talked last night for about an hour. We do not have it reading the Bach at this point. This is a version of Keith, the great Keith Palmer. And we made this a while ago to look for the logos. Rough call, but it's, thinking and doing its thing. And we're going to see if Tommy modifies this a little bit to fit the Breebot for us. So anyway, it's hunting for our fill in the gap buys, but it hasn't taken into account yet the sniper, and it hasn't taken into account yet the blue line, but it will. So that's a little movement on your Breebot update. Look at me, green screen with nothing behind it. Morning. All right.
Morning, Kev. This is Zilla. How are you?
What's up, Zilla? Hi, woman. How are you?
Good. I had a curious question.
Ask away.
I'm looking at the Una reverse,
Uh-huh.
and on the I think it's the one. Let me go back there.
Here, I'll pull it up for you on the screen.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. It hasn't loaded on your screen yet. Okay. So the 1 second and the 5 second is showing red, right? With the arrows.
I don't have the 1 second, but the 5 second is, yes. Well, no, it's NQ1 and NAS is not showing red, but if you mean US30, SPX, and ES1, yes, correct.
Okay, I'm looking at the little arrows. Okay, that's fine. So, would you go into any trade now, knowing that the 5 second and possibly the 10 second
Okay.
is going to flip?
Well, what's it doing right now, Zilla? Is it going up or down on the 1 second, 5 second?
Well, it's going down.
Okay, so we honor that, and you can see the US30 went to the 10 second. Do we play cells in the VIP group or anybody out there? Do I recommend cells?
No.
Okay. So then what do you think the cell that's coming down is creating as I hover over it for you?
It's going to start creating the buy stops.
Yeah,
for them.
already did. You already see the BS. It's literally telling you that this is going to go up, buy stop. So as these go down, these get created. As this goes down further, they create higher ones. As it keeps going down further and further, it creates really high ones, and this is your weekly buy stops. So what you're seeing is when these go down, it creates buying opportunity for us to go, NAS, NQ, SPX, ES1 to the 20-minute blue line. So as this becomes more red, it actually puts more green in our pocket, because as this drops, it creates higher buys, which means we make more money on the way up. That answer your question for you?
Kind of. But my problem is, when do I get into the trade? The lower time frames.
Yeah, again, Zil, I'm trying to be nice, but let's make sure you're not hearing what I'm trying to say here. Maybe someone else in the VIP group can speak up. When you know this flips isn't when these turn red. The red coming down means that it's creating these higher time buy stops for us. So as we look at this, you would know when this starts to flip, because your 1 second would turn. Matter of fact, the Uno Reverse Keithbot tells you when the 1 second goes from red to green. It'll say it reset itself, and it lets you know it starts to think. If you set it to the 1 second, because I'm on the super high premium thing of TradingView, I have to use the 5 second because they're so silly with their inadequacy of coding. So what does that mean? When my 5 second flips, it'll alert me to say, look for the buy stops, because it tells you to do that. So rather than think or I don't know, you do know, and the Keithbot is telling you when to look. So when this switches from red to green on the 1 second, it says it's thinking. When it switches from 5 to 5 seconds, it's telling you that it's flipping back over. Then you can go ahead and look for your buy stops. You also know your rules of entry are on what line color. Is it on the orange, yellow, or red lines? So let's go over here and look. If you're going to play one of these trades and it's telling you it's a 2-minute buy and you don't know when to go in, you do know when to go in, because we have rules. And if you follow those rules, you'll be able to enter in trades perfectly. So again, just take your time with things. Go back, rewatch the videos that we went over. Understand that this is you're being told by the system what to do and when to do it. Just follow what it's telling you to do. So how do you know when these sells are done? Because your 1 seconds will turn to green on your Keithbot Uno Reverse. Your 5 seconds will turn to green. Then you start entering your trade. Now, what is this Zillow right here? What is this? It's red, came up, came back down, came up, came back down, and I see a gap. So if it holds right here, which I'm not saying it will or won't, what is it currently live telling you to do? Is this telling you to do a sell right here? Or they're telling you to do a buy right here? What is it?
Well, when it gets down to the red bar.
No, that's not correct. This is a logo trade. How long you been in the VIP group, Zilla?
A couple of weeks.
Okay, so yeah, have you seen all the last VIPs over the last 2 weeks?
No.
Yeah,
I need to go back.
you have not, because if you did, you would understand a little something called the logo trade. What does that mean to you when I say the logo trade?
It's your logo there with the green arrows when it dips and then it goes back up.
Yeah, so
And
let's,
the,
yeah.
The last one that I heard, it's don't take it on the first trade, but on the second or third.
That's you're not listening to any. It's absolutely. We have literally signal room called the Ricky Bobby room, because if you're not first, you're last. You are to take the first logo trade. That is the number one you're supposed to do. So here we go. Watch. This is the logo on the back of the bull. Starts under. Matter of fact, Orlando's the one who did this. Starts under. We'll make that red. This is the same arrow. So it starts under, and I'll show you on our charts what this looks like. It comes up, flattens out, comes back down, but the second part of this logo is actually, this is so great, Zilla, thank you for asking, higher than the other part. So right here, this is higher than this one. Can you see that, Zilla? So this doesn't turn to red, this stays green. So our logo then, this is awesome. I'm so glad you're going to help out so many people. Our logo would be this. It starts underneath, comes up, and it's a little thick, hooks, comes back down, and that's your very first time. We have a whole bunch of problems with this. You have to take into account for the sniper. You have to take into account these were all red. So this is the first time, and if you're a little more advanced, you can do it, but I'm going to hook this. See, now look. See how this turned to red right here? You can't, right? Let me show you right there. Can you see that on your screen? It's a little red dot. Let me see if I can zoom. Oh, you can't. Okay. So that is a little red dot. Well, that means reset. You can't do the logo trade when it went red back to red again. This is forming a W, actually, what it's doing. But that's not for us. So we can't use this 2 minute. Let's just go up to a higher time frame. I'll show you much easier. There, here we go. Oh my God. Okay. So here we go. Because this is so good. This is going to show you everything. This will explain what you're worried about. Now, how do we know? There. Is there a little, I have to zoom in for a split second, pardon me. Oh yeah, there is. There's a little space there. Okay, so watch. All right, now, with our knowledge of the logo trade, it starts, I don't like that thick color. Hold on. It starts under, that's your buy stop, your normal buy stop you'd see, or any red right here. Comes up, hooks, and comes back down and up. Okay? So with that knowledge, red comes up, hooks, and there's a space there. And this won't break space. This should hold as a 5 minute buy, meaning prices are going to drop that low where it's going to keep going down. So if we see here, and it did it. Now don't look at the sniper. I'm not using a sniper. This is for everybody that's raw so they can understand you don't need the sniper. Right here. Price started under, came up, didn't go. See how their green stayed? It didn't go red here, Mozilla? Okay, and then it went up. Yeah, there it is. Then it did it again here. Started red. Now it's currently live doing. What do we expect this to do then? If it did it here, right? What do we expect it to do here? Go up or down?
Go up.
Okay. So we wouldn't play any downs. How do we know when it's over with? Because we would have rules for entry off of this. So we're going to go back here and use this example because it happened, and I can't, as much as I'm going to show you the future in a minute, I don't know the exact length it's going to go down, but I can tell you exactly where I'm going to enter. Okay, so when it comes back up. So will that help you?
Yes.
Okay, so we know because it's going to flip. We're going to mark our spot because this gold line right here will be the same price, same spot, same exact time on every one of the charts I'm going to flip to. You know that, right, Zoa?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just whip down. So we were at the 5 minute. We were, let's in pretend land, we were waiting for a 5 minute fill in the gap like we currently are waiting for a 5 minute logo trade. This is a logo trade here. This is the logo trade over here. This one just happened. This one is going to happen. Make sense?
Yes.
So how do we know? Well, I'll match it up with a couple time frames for you, but we're just, there we go. What we're going to do is come over to here. And we're going to go backwards in time from 5 minute. And what I'm going to be looking for, and I don't usually do this, I know you're in the VIP, these people aren't, but I'm going to go ahead and explain the entry here for you. I don't normally do that, but because it's you, I will do this on the live for you so you don't have to wait. So we're going to go down, and what we're going to go down for is we're going to wait for the orange line to go below the yellow at least, or in the channel of, and I'm going to explain that. So let me show you, we can find it. So that was the 4 minute. See how the orange line's still above? Here's the 1 minute. Let's see, it's going to be somewhere right around here. Yeah, so let's go down to the 45 second. And I'm just going down from the 5 minute to find my entry point. Still lower. 30. Let's see, we can zoom in. Oh, we can go lower. This is funny. 50. So any buy stop as the 5 minute is doing its thing will suffice for us. We don't have to have exact entrances, that kind of thing. We're just looking for the orange line to be a certain position. So let's go back. I'm too zoomed in. Hold on. Yeah. Oh. Still no? Wow, that's incredible. I would have picked up a faster, I would have probably looked for that 30-second entry, but let's just keep going. I'm going to show you exactly what it's going to show us. Jeez, oh, pizza. I should have marked that. There it is. All right. There we go. Now let's see if I can see that a little clearer. Why is this so small? Yeah. So we went from 5 minute buy, right? We're waiting for the logo trade down to a 5 second buy stop. Remember how you can trade a safety trade inside of a safety trade inside of a safety trade?
Yes.
Okay. So right here, let me get rid of our little this stuff. Let me zoom out a little so you guys can see. There you go. Okay. So this is a 5-second buy stop. And remember, play any buy stop under 5 minutes. Now you can hunt for this like we did right here, or on your Keithbot, it'll tell us when it starts to flip. Oh, by the way, you see this? These weren't here. These 3-minute buys are now 3-minute buy stops. See them? It was because these are coming down for us. See how it went from, it was 30-second, 45-second, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes. And now we have, these aren't all here yet, but we know the 2 minute, they're all buys. So as this drops, it's creating it. So when this flips over and there's a buy stop on that 5-second, you'll see your 1 second on your screen turn green, the 5-second on mine turn green, or at least 3 or 2 or 3, 4 of them out of the 5 will turn green. And then you'll know to look for this buy stop. So when you come back over here and you say, hey, that 5 minutes of fill in the gap, I can see our logo being formed. Then I see this 5-second, you can see pink, purple, blue low, green, 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 red, green, green buy stop, right? This is your entry. If you wanted to trade here, you do not have to trade here. You can pick your time frames at any time frames you want. I'm just walking you down to these so you can see them, okay? The same, in other words, 5 minute, 5-second, it could be daily 12-hour. It could be weekly 5-hour. You know, it doesn't matter the two. This is just happened to be the time frames that we're looking at currently live so that people can see what happens. Okay. So with that in store, the entry for this trade, if you didn't want to use your Keithbot or Uno reverse bot, would be right when price action comes. Well, it's a little far away for you. Hold on. Right when price action. See how the orange line, if you didn't notice, I'll go back up, but the orange line is below the yellow and the green. See the orange? Then it's below the yellow and the green. Boom. See that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, then, when now if you have the sniper, don't have sniper, it helps. The sniper is ungodly accurate. So once the pink line crosses the blue, you would look for the orange to cross, the price action to cross that orange. So this would be your entry right here. As soon as is that close enough? Hold on. Maybe I have to go in some more. Right here. Okay, so as soon as this candle, that's good, closed above the orange EMA, right there, entry. You don't have to think. You don't have to do anything. Pink, if you have, do you have the sniper, Ms. Zilla?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Pink, purple, blue, all low. Pink crosses, look for the orange cross. Orange is below. Now, as sad as this is, I would probably even be more picky. I like, well, neither here nor there. I would like an order, not just the orange to be below the green and yellow, but I want an order green, yellow, orange for the buy. But this is okay. I mean, this is example. I'm super picky upon entries because I don't like to lose. Everyone else just likes, well, I want to get in the effing trade and make money. Well, then this is the orange being below the green and yellow is what you absolutely have to need. See, over here, you can't enter the trade, right? This is by the way, Ms. Zilda, if we took this trade right here, we can go down to the 1 second and find entry or a tick. You know what a tick is? Like for,
They move really fast.
yeah, good luck. Don't go there. Don't do that one. But we could. But it's, in other words, we can do 5 seconds and a tick and make it work. We can do, 15 minutes and 5 minutes and make this work. But the rules are the same. When this orange dips below, and remember, have you seen the BreeBot looking for things? It won't look for a trade. You'll see an orange triangle pop up because it's waiting for the orange line to go below. So it starts to think right here. And then what happens? There's 16 orders of operation, 16 steps that Tommy's coding in to figure where to do the entry. But us as human beings can see, oh, well, pink, purple crossed, green, 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 red, green, green, buy stop, orange below. I can enter when this green candle closes above / on the line. See how it came up, did it here? You could have entered that, no problem. You could have done that. But if you have the sniper, you wouldn't have. You'd have come over to here, wait for this to close, and you're in. Does that answer your question for entry then?
Yes, it does. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool. Thank you, Zilla. That was a huge blessing, and I apologize if my voice sounded annoyed in the beginning because I am tired as hell. So please forgive me if that was the case. But you did help a lot of people with that question. Now, my thing for my VIP here is let's not go over entrances because I'm trying not to give away all the tea for everybody out there. We're trying to keep some secret sauce for our VIP, but that is how I would read that chart. Cool?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you again. All right. Did everyone understand that explanation that Ms. Zilla was so kind to ask? Did everyone get that, or I need to go over it again?
Yeah, no, that was good.
Okay.
So it's good to hear it again, Cal.
Cool. So let's go up to the.
I gotta thank her for her bravery asking that question.
Yeah, the VIP people get grace. If someone would have asked that off of somewhere else, I probably would have shredded them to pieces. But because it's her,
I appreciate that.
you're welcome. So VIPers, remember, I am kind of a little rough around the edges when it comes to silly questions that I think people should know the answers to. But in VIP land, knock yourselves out. Ask the stupidest shit you want. And it wasn't a stupid question, by the way, Miss. It was not. It was a very, very, very good question. She just was, on top of it and asking. Good morning, Miss Tarai Edwards and Sog and Sam K. Well, here, let's pull you all over. Good morning, everybody in VIP land. Annie and Rob, their first one here. What's up, Glow? Mike Glowinski. Goroff, first time Goroff's in the house. What's up, Goroff? Now, when we're doing the VIP live with people, the general public, we kind of don't go too much into VIP stuff, but I'm going to end the live and then we're going to go over, matter of fact, I'm in the live pretty quickly. Then we're going to go over to VIP land and then you guys can talk and ask and do whatever you guys want to do. But welcome Goroff to the group, by the way. He's new. Goroff is the one who has, through the safety trade system, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Goroff, but bought a house, has his own thing. He's been very, very successful with the safety trade system. So it's a blessing to have him here. Good morning, Jake and Kirk and Larry and Miss Jane, Marley Mar. Where the hell's Martar? Ryan Marcus. Good morning, Marley Mar and Ryan Marcus and Sam K and Sog. And Sog, there's two Sogs. Wow, Sog, you're twice as good. Good morning to Miss Tarai Edwards and Miss Zilla. Excellent. Yay. What's up, peeps? Now let's see over here. Oh, geez. Why do I have so many different screens? I'm literally going to have to come up with more. I used to have a setup with about, the bullshit thing with all things. I made it down to 2 screens, but I think I'm going to have to go back to 3 or 4 anyways, but whatever. All right. I don't know who we are. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Cristobal Armas again. Stacy. Good morning, Sog again. Good morning, Persistent again. And it took me a while to understand what you're saying. Some people, it's going to take a minute to understand. Correct. What's up, Ray Pack? Good morning, John. Good morning, Orange Line. Sally knew. Safe Trade System room in the Discord has an amazing Uno reverse training video. Yes, it does. If people had actually watched my training videos on YouTube, they're there. They're playlists. There's really good playlists. If, for instance, what Persistent is saying is if you go over to here and you go over the safety trade, 5,300 members. Man, I remember when we had 1. It's amazing, the growth. This is your consistency class training. So just type in. You can go in here and type in reversal, or you can look for reversals or funded trade or how to trade a 1-second trade, how to use a sniper. The best training videos ever group. You might want to watch the best training videos ever grouping. How to trade the Uno reversal overnight trade. Hello. How to do the sniper. Trading video after training video after trading video. Okay. That's that. It's utterly amazing. Yeah, there they all are. But, people don't bother to do that. I don't know why. But everybody in the VIP group, you have the opportunity of a lifetime. You have all your old VIP videos, and they are so effing good. I would rewatch those all the time, every day. Hell, the last VIP group when we did for 4 hours is a day. You might not be able to do anything else that day. The logo, hold on, I missed something there. The logo is to tell you to buy. Correct, Sally. Good morning and God bless you, Larry, and everybody listening. Morning, Axel. Oh my goodness. Thanks. That's what's so great. Sally said, nice. See how you help somebody? If you look at the comments over on YouTube, Ms. Zilla, Sally said, OMG, that was so great. Thanks so much. That definitely helped me. Grant says, great lesson. Thank you, Grant. Good morning to Rod. It's funny because we're thinking about moving to Henderson, Las Vegas. Good morning, boss. God bless you. Let's make this bread. Amen, Brian. Good morning, Brian. The order of orange, yellow is important. It is. Ms. Silva, I rewatched VIP from 319. It gives you an instant refresher on this. Nice, Glow. Thank you, Mike Galinsky, for speaking up. Look at Glow go. Yeah, there's some good old videos, VIPers. Anybody in the VIP group, I would absolutely rewatch those videos. They are just golden, in my opinion. All right. Now, I don't even know where we're at. The reason why you're seeing this drop is because why? You don't take a buy stop when the pink, blue, and purple line are high. You take them where at the bottom. See over here? Doop. Right? Doop. It's got to come down. Now, this is going down, which means if we're going to use this currently, I'm going to go hunt me some rabbits. I'm going to go down from the 5 minute and see where we can have our entrances. We need to have pink, blue, purple low. We need to have a buy stop right here. That means we have to have a certain pattern. The high probability trade pattern we're looking for is green, 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 fill in the gap, and then our green, green. We want to see the orange come down, and the orange may come down like it did here for our buy on the 5 minute. It very well may. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to go hunting anyways. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry. Look at all these little lines. So we're going to go to the 4 minute. What do I see? It's going to flip to a 4 minute buy. I can see that this is getting really narrow. So when this is starting as a fill in the gap trade like it did here, here, and here, it's not exactly. So we have to wait for this to come down a little further. There it is. See how it just did it? Just before your very eyes, that turned to red. So we can look for this for our entry if we wanted, right? But the blue and the pink aren't low enough. We need the blue and the pink to be all the way down. So I'm going to keep zipping down a little bit. A hunting we will go. A hunting we will go. Hi ho, the pink, blue, purple line are all low. Green, 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 red. Green, 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 red. Orange below. I don't know. My singing is horrid. Orange. I don't think the orange is below. I just don't think the orange is below. Let's go to the 2 minutes, see if I'm seeing a better entry. I am much better. Okay, now, oh yeah, pink cross the blue, purple, pink low, green, 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 red, green, green. Oh, and look at that. Ha 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 ha. Bingo, boppo, bango. Who made the call? Who told you take your profit run, you can close down your trade? And if you don't know, whenever you hear that ding, 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 that is the right call. Zilla, everybody in VIP. Anybody want to go ahead and say, holy crap, what the hell was that? As the words are coming out of my mouth, you would have entered that trade, Ms. Zilla, because we're human beings. We can see price action going above. Look, SPX in the money, NAS in the money, any one of them in the money. It does NQ1 in the money. Did everybody see that? Jumping on and I missed it. Holy cow. Boom, says Erica. Correct. Blessed morning to you, Orlando. Nailed it. I mean, how much more of an exact... I'm teaching. I'm telling you what the... Look, there's your... See, this is the problem we have with the robot right now. It can't see when this crosses. You can put your buy stop in right here, which is nothing more than a future pending order. And I have to say it. I know I don't explain what a buy stop is because I'm trying to dumb this shit down for you. But the reality of it is, if Ms. Zilla would have had her buy stop on that orange line, she would have made all that effing money. That's where you put your entry at. Is that correct, Ms. Zilla? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you see how that all tied? There's your logo. I went down from the 5 minute to the 2 minute. I told you orange line below, pink crossing the blue. I just remember the little lesson we just did with you just a few minutes ago, and then it just happened. Now you're dealing with 2 minute, 30 seconds. Oh, it's coming back down again. I don't give a care it's coming back down again. I'm thrilled that if we had had our buy, well, some of us did. Larry just said he made a quick 500. If you'd have had your entry right here with the buy stop, which is a future pending order, I don't know how to place it on here, but I do on MetaTrader 4 with my eyes closed. You do a right click and hit buy stop and you put it in. It just drops the line in right there. Put it slightly above that orange line and sit there and wait. Take profits. Ms. Zilla, do you know where take profits are? Or do you want me to go over that with you?
No, I know that one.
Okay. So take profits then are green line, yellow line, orange line, previous high. Well, gee, did that bar go up over all three take profits? Yeah. And there it is. Pop, pop. There it is. Done. Now, is it going to do it again? Yeah. We're buy, stop, re-entry if you want. Did it go below? It did. The orange line. So you can re-enter if you want, but that's not on me. I'm just teaching you exactly what the first time is and how to play it. So that's what that was. I just love that for you. Look at that trade. And by the way, did anyone here notice that ES1 did it, SPX did it, NQ1 did it? I know NAS did it. US30 did it, and SPY did it, all on the same time. Anyone here notice that? Why is that important? Because they tell us that these are all separate. Be careful with this trade, by the way. It's going to hook and come down. Everyone here has been taught that they're all separate symbols. NQ is totally different than ES1, and SPX is totally different than SPY, and US30 is totally different than NAS, but yet they all went up at the exact same time. Exactly. I love lagging, but today wasn't a lagger. It was the exact same time. And it 90% of the time does, well, 80% of the time does this. And then we're going to get a lagging symbol, one that doesn't move at the same time. Boy, is that going to be money for you guys. But today they all did it at the same time. So how do you explain 6, 7 different symbols all moving at the same time? There's market manipulation. They're not separate. They're all the same, and they lied to us the whole time. Well, but this is this, and if you had that, and you know that you don't know that this is 0.3, and when you read NAS, it's in SPX, that same 1-inch movement's only 5 pips, but if you were on US30, I'm just telling you, price moves at the same time because of market manipulation. You can't say it doesn't, because it just effing did. So good luck on your denial of reality, because it's real, and there it is in front of your faces. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no? Can you go over take profit? I sure will, Sally.
Yes.
Thank you, Sam, and good morning to you, Sam. I don't know if I said good morning to Sam.
I think you did.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Morning, Ryan. We're up to 18 people in the VIP group. You guys go. Follow the rules and you will win. But you can't. That's exact. That should be our little tagline. Follow the rules and you win, but you can't lose. That's a very, very, Tosh Cruz says impressive. Yeah, I do it. I've done it 2,500 videos on YouTube. It's just, to me, it's old habit. You're right. That is kind of wild when you see it and it happens live. As I'm teaching the movement, it does it. Okay, now this is what the problem comes in. And keep in mind this, that we have cells that I just told you the last 2 days have gone straight up. And it was a 9-hour reversal. Let me go over to NQ here and show you. Let's take a look, shall we? This is what we got. This was called out by me that it was going to go down to here. Anybody in the VIP groups knows this is our logo sell. Fill in the gap, blue line low, pink line high. Fill in the gap, sell to the blue line. And it did it. It just kissed it. You can see where it came down and touched that magic blue line. What is the blue line? Just an EMA that I figured out really early on in my trading career, and it tells me where things are going. So it went down, touched it. Now it's hooking up. I told you I'd love for it to go in this channel right here. Remember? Let me get rid of this gold line. So I was teaching everybody in the VIP that it goes into the channel, it'll hook and come back down. Now this is my view. We're getting into this point of, we're about 60% up. You can start taking profit if you're doing these buys, because this will go about 80 and then we'll get up to the 100 and so on. So you look right there, 97, and it's going to come up there. Now you can be greedy and it's going to probably do what it did here, all these previous four. It's going to come up further, go over the green line and so on. That's fine. or what it's going to do, and we can know because we have the Keith bot, that's our cheat sheet. Price action, I told you, come down, boom, hook. It's going to come into this channel and or go up to here, hook, come back down and touch this blue line again. Now that's all fine and dandy. We know because this is your sell. You're going to see this fill in. The yellow one would be closed. You'll see this pink line come up, hook like that, and come back down. Now when it does this down, they're going to somehow blame the war again, even though they couldn't explain to me this up. And why does that matter? Because they're full of shit and nobody in the media knows what the fuck they're talking about. Oh, this and that. Well, let's take a look, shall we? We're going to look at US 30. Do not play. It's a very dangerous game to play US 30. It moves huge. You can get your ass handed to you in 60 seconds. Same sell. You can see it came down, touched it, came up, ricochet, came back down. So that's the first one for US 30. NQ is a little behind that, but that's the same thing occurring, will occur. Now, what's going to happen? This is your problem. It's forming another fill in the gap sell. You should have been in this first one, the second one, third, fourth, fifth. Anytime the pink, purple is high, blue is low, you have your fill in the gap. This is a sell to the blue line. This is what the Bree bot is being coded by Tommy right now. We have a fully automatic robot coming to you guys. It's just taking a little longer, but it is coming. And it will hook, come back down, and touch. We have a robot to catch this movement after the ricochet coming. Well, what does that matter? Because when this goes up, how do they explain when things are bad, right? Oh, it went down because of the war. It went down because of the war. It went down. But then if you look over here, from where the low was to here, does anybody know how to read pips? How many pips is this right here? Anyone at all? Anybody knows how many points the indices went up? I'm allowed to say what I want because I own the system and I'm calling them pips, but they are points. How many?
180.
Negative, but good guess, Orlando.
1800.
1,800. 1,800 pips up. Is that down? 1,800 pips up. Is that down? But wait, the war, they said, is going down. It has to go down. Market going down. It's down 5 trillion, billion, kabillion dollars lost. I don't even know those are real numbers. 5 Googles lost, right? But it went up 1,800 pips yesterday and the day before. Is 1,800 pips more than 10? I'm really dumbing this down to the most idiotic level humanly possible. Yes, it is. How many pips do professional traders make on average if they're lucky in a day? Quote unquote. I don't call them professional traders. So-called professional traders make. How many? Yeah, if they're effing lucky on a 63% win rate, my God, why do they bother? I would have never have that job. I'd go work at fucking Burger King before I had that loser shit. But watch, 1,800 pips up. Up. But the war, the everything, it's terrible. The end of times with the war. 1,800 pips up. That isn't 10. That isn't 100. That isn't 1,000. That isn't 1,500. 1,800 pips up is massively huge movement. It's a massively huge movement. Does everyone agree to that? Yes or no? Is 1,800 more than 10? Adam's laughing.
Yes.
Humongously huge. Ungodly huge. 18, you all wish you made 1,800 pips on that trade. It's ungodly huge. I guarantee you there's so-called professional traders that have made 1,800 pips in their career, and this is one movement up, but yet somehow, did they report? What did they report? I don't watch the news. I don't know what the fuck they said. What did that freak they said? What did they say? Why did it go up 1,800 pips? What was their explanation for this movement up? Anyone? Did they comment on it? It doesn't fit their narrative at the moment. So did they comment on it? What? All of you. How many years trading do you have, Sam, Adam, Annie, Erica, Glow, Goroff, Jake, Kevin, Kirk, Larry, Marley Marr? How many years of trading do you have, and why? I don't pay attention to that bullshit. Well, those of you who've only learned the safe trade systems, thank God you only learned the safe trade system. They don't have an explanation for how it can go up, but my system tells you it had to go up. And I told you before it happened on lives that are recorded, told you that it had to go up and where it was going to and how it had to go in the channel. It's going to rise above it because I can tell, because our little pink thing down here was too low and it still was almost to the channel. So I told you it was going to go up above it. And there it is on US 30. Everything's a sniper. Everything's a sniper. My system tells you this had to come back up, form the gap, come back down. Well, we don't have to on US 30. I already did it. Right here it did it. So right, see the pink purple rose up? That's all it's doing. You see price action go up from the low of the sniper? Look, watch this line right here. When the sniper is low, it had to come back up. Price action had to come back up, forming our gap, come back up into the channel. You see that right there? It came right into the channel, hooked and came down again. Well, then it did it again live right here. Why did it come up, Kevin? Because the pink purple lines were low. You had to form the gap, had to come back up again. Period. That's it. No other explanation. Well, you sure it's not because Obama and Trump and the war and gold and Bitcoin? You sure it isn't because monkeys are flying out of someone's ass? I don't know. Maybe it is because monkeys are flying out of someone's butt. Maybe that's why it went up. Or maybe it's a logical system, step by step, where my system tells you when it's at its fucking lowest and that it had to go back up to reform the cell to come back down. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand that? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Have a good day, Grant.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So don't give me any news in the Discord. That's a good way to get in my bad side. And I've already kicked out 800 people, so I have no trouble kicking out people from the Discord. Don't do it. Now, if you post it under the bullshit news story, knock yourselves out. But we don't play the news. We don't care about the news. It has no matter of fact in the system. It did what it did because the system told us ahead of time. And I told you ahead of time. Did I not tell you ahead of time this was going to arch and come back into that channel? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. What do you know?
Yes, you did. Like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Before it went up, as it was falling down, I told you don't listen to the doom and gloom. Oh, everything's collapsed. No, it isn't. Now, this is the problem. It came back up. And logically speaking, it has to go in order of these cells. You guys are in deep shit trouble if you're looking for things to go straight up. Watch. It's going into this channel. Sell US 30 to the blue line on the 12-hour. And you better hope it stops here. $43,524.75 is where I'm going to put this sell at right there. It's going to be right before that blue line. Now, this is for US 30. The same holds true for all of them. And why am I laughing? Because this is what's going to happen. After it hits that 12-hour blue line, it's going to hook and come up again. But the problem comes in. You better hope to God that this daily blue line ain't hit for you people who only want ups. I love it. I hope to God the thing goes down to the blue line so I can make more money when it's down here. But this is what it's going to do on the 12-hour. That's going to do its little hook up. It's going to come back, come up, hook into this one after the 12-hour sell. Then here, but it's not going to do a straight line like that. I'm just showing you for example purpose. It's going to do this hook, do this hook, do this hook, do this hook. Somewhere around that number of hooks, it'll come down and touch that blue line. If it comes down near that blue line, there's going to be a cry of doom and destruction like you never heard except for last year, April the 9th, 8th, and 9th, when they did the exact same thing. And they were saying the tariffs are the end of the world. The tariffs are the end of the world. So I'm calling sell to $39,776.16 for US 30. It's not going to go straight down, but they can't explain the ups. But my system, when it comes down, you have to reset, come back up again, reset, come back down again, come up, come down, come up. And that's all it does. My system tells you what's going to happen before it happens, right? Just fucking amazing. Come back. Let's look. Then what happens? We see a weekly buy. I see a weekly, 3-weekly buy. Oh, beautiful. So then what you're going to see is this. You're going to see a record high. Never play any of these fear-mongering sells. This is a fill-in-the-gap buy step on the weekly/3 weekly. I don't care which. This is going to go up past Take profit, $47,377.75. It's going to go up past $48,017.88. It's going to go up past $48,738.03. It's going to go past its all-time previous high. It's going to break that, 50,500. It's going up past that, and it will go up way past that. This is an upward sloping, fill in the gap. The last time I called this was back in April 7th, 8th, 9th of last year when they kept saying the tariffs were bad. Boy, you guys got some money coming. It went up to record highs. Now, I don't care. It took all year to get there. It might take a year to get there. It might take a month to get there. It might take 2 years to get there. It's going to go to all-time record highs. Bet your bottom dollar on it. Demo trade only.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
So with that knowledge, for entrance for Miss Zilla, I would not look for any of these sells. You just said it's going to go down to the 12 hour. You just said I would play like I told her, any buy stop from weekly under. So if it ever turns into a daily buy stop, oh wait, it is. I would play it. It ever turns into a 12-hour buy stop, it is not right now. It's all red. You can't take the trade on a buy on 12 hour. You can the daily. Or you can come down here like I was showing her just a little bit ago, and you can take any time you see a buy all the way down to the 1 second. This is a sell down to the blue line right now. But this is just creating these 5-minute buy stops, 6-minute buy stops, right? See them? 7-minute buy stops. And you play any of these, there's 7-minute. Any buy stop you can find, play them. So as this drops to make an AC of the pink, purple, blue coming down, and how do you know? You would wait for entry upon, and I really don't want to get into this much because VIPs are pretty much the only people deserving of this knowledge. The orange will go below, and then you play it when you see your half moon form and come back up. You're going to notice on the logo, everybody, that logo literally is not sharp pointed. You can see where I had him redraw this. He wanted it pointed. I said, no, no, no. He wanted it to be even. I said, no, no, no. You have to make the second one higher. This is a very simple looking logo that took about a dozen revisions to make because he kept fighting me on certain things. And I said, no, this has to be lower than here for an upward sloping movement. It has to start below. It has to come up and be not this flat, this long, but it isn't a straight up, straight down. We have to let it form. Then we have to let the second part, the hook. This is your half moon right here. Okay? So that's how you see your entrance. We also have a cheat sheet for those of us with the system. We come over here and it tells us. You see how it's starting to flip red? Look. See all this red? Remember I told you I hope it goes all red. Because then you look over here, you see the buy stops forming. 5-minute. Now look, 10-minute buy stops forming. 10-minute buy stops to the 15-minute blue line, NAS and NQ. Oh, what if those turn red? Great. Then we're going to see the buy stops form on the weekly. Really? Buy stop on weeklies? Yeah. NQ, NAS, buy stop weekly. Well, what did I just go over showing you right here? I said on this particular time frame that this was a weekly buy. So if we go way up here, because you're looking at a daily, weekly fill in the gap. Well, this is our logo that I started with Miss Zilla on when she's so kind to ask that question. Fill in the gap. Red, fill in the gap. Pink, not is low enough. Purple is not. Buy stop. So play any buy stop on our logo right here. Is this clicking in for everybody? Yes or no? Because I think I might be helping a couple of people. Maybe not. This is our logo future right here, here, and then this is going to already did it. We don't have a blue on this one because they're stupid on a trading view, but here. And what you're going to see is that. So what you want to do is play any buy stop. What does any mean? If there's a daily buy, take it. If there's a 10-hour and it says it's going to go up, take it. If there's a 2-minute, take it. If there's a 5-second, take it. Well, we know which ones to take because we have our reversals. So when this is done going down, these will start to turn green. You'll see the 5-second ones, then these will turn green. You can start taking any one of these as they flip. Turn green, turn green, turn green. All these will turn green. Then it will go up to the 20-minute and turn green. After it hits that 15, 20-minute, guess what it's going to do? Then everything's going to, like it's doing now, it's going to flip and come down and down and down and down. The point is, it's not going to go down forever. The point is that we know when it changes. Down, down, and the 10 minutes will fall. The 15, 20 minutes will fall. And then what's going to fall? This one's going to fall. What does that mean? Well, this is a 6 hour. What's 60 minutes divided into 420? So what's 420 divided by 60? And then what's 720? So this is your 12 hours. So what's going to do, in order, they're going to keep falling down. Okay? So this is what you're seeing. Thank you, Larry. System is just superior and came from God. Amen. It sure did. Trying to help you all get money. Demo money only. But that's what it's going to do. And then what it's going to do after that? Well, then it's going to turn back to green again. Well, what do you mean? It can't keep doing this forever. Yeah, this is all it does. And we know when the flip happens because we have this Uno reverse telling us when it's starting to turn. See, they're all going to turn to green again. And then they're all going to turn to red again until it hits this 12-hour blue line. And then you better hope to God that that reversal kicks in and finishes, because if it doesn't, then it's going to go to the daily blue line, and people are going to be having a fucking cow in their accounts. I've lost. No, you haven't lost anything. I've lost. No, you haven't lost anything. But they will think they lost money, but they didn't. All this is doing is setting up for a super humongous big payday later on. It did it here at the exact same time last year. It's kind of ironic that they only have so many tricks up their sleeve. This, when they said that Trump's tariff was the end of the world, now they're saying Trump's war is the end of the world. Bullshit back here. Bullshit back here. Current. It's going to go up to record highs. Mark my words. Remember last year? No, tariffs are terrible. I kept telling you all. Kept telling you over and over again, nope, bye. Go back and watch my videos back in April the 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Hear what I'm telling you. Buy, buy, buy. We have now approached that level. Buy, 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 buy. Any buy stop you can find from the weekly down below. Did that explanation make sense? Yes or no? Okay. What time is it? I want to take us private. All right. Oh, yeah, let's go private. TikTokers, any questions before I go private? YouTubers, Facebookers, Xers, whoever the hell the other ones are. Anybody have any questions before I take our group private? We're going private. Tell everybody in the VIP group we're going private. You guys can ask all your questions. All right, we're going private in 3. TikTokers, God bless. Everyone remember, life is short. Enjoy yourselves. God bless. Have a great day. All right, TikTokers, done. YouTubers, good morning, Lachey Trades. Good morning, John Parker. What's up, Johnny boy? John Francisco. All right, we're going private. God bless you all. Everyone have a great day on TikTok land.